Welcome back to Your Magical Midlife, the no BS podcast for unconventional women ready to ditch the shoulds and claim their wild and wise selves. I'm Kate Higgins, your host. I'm a licensed clinical social worker and coach with 25 years of walking women through the chaos, blending my clinical grit with spiritual fire. As women, we walk through 4 distinct portals in our lifetime: the maiden, the mother, the empress, and the crone. Each one brings us wounds to heal and gifts to unpack. This podcast explores all the midlife themes: change, the change, caring for aging parents, unpacking the grief of aging, our shifting identity, and aging with agency, joy, and rebellion. I'm here to help you heal the wounds, flip the scripts, and step into your life that's been waiting for you. Let's get real, raw, gritty, and unleash some magic. Today I want to talk about something I've been wrestling with for quite a while, something that has almost kept me from really showing up and doing this work. It's the fact that I'm never going to have an aspirational perfect life to sell you. I'm never going to be that woman that you see with a perfectly toned body running through a field of flowers and a big hat. I'm never going to show you footage of my dream relationship, my spotless house, or that I have it all figured out energy, because I'm never going to be that. And for a long time, I thought I couldn't be effective in this work if I didn't have it all together. And you know what? I thought that when I first went to grad school in my late 20s too. I thought, how can I ever help anybody if I am such a mess? I thought I had to wait till I was more healed, more together, more polished, more perfect before I could help anyone. And the truth of that is that that's absolutely wrong. Back when I was a baby social worker and I was working with the really chronically mentally ill people, my supervisor at the time told me something that really stuck with me. She said, the best thing you can do for anybody is just sit and be present, listen, witness, and don't judge. And as I've been transitioning into coaching, now that I'm 25 years past that moment when she said that to me, I realize that that's still really the same. I don't have to be perfect. My life doesn't have to be perfect. My relationship doesn't have to be perfect. My floorboards don't have to be dust-free. My bathroom doesn't have to be scrubbed every single day. I don't have to have an Instagrammable life to be a good healer, a good therapist, a good coach, a good listener. I don't have to be any of those things. And I'm really ready to drop all of that, drop all of those old beliefs, all those old masks, and really step into this work with my flaws in place. Because I really think that the messy parts of me are the parts that can heal and help my clients the most. When I was just a regular social worker, but further into my career, I was doing that and at the same time being a nightlife performer and eventually a burlesque performer. And during all that time, I was also reading tarot. So I was a tarot reader and a performer and a social worker. And my social work coworkers only knew about the social work part because I didn't want them to think I was too out there, too weird, too freaky, too whatever. I thought I'd be labeled because psychiatry is actually a very conservative field, or at least it was in the 90s and early 2000s before the explosion of social media. And now you see all kinds of therapists on TikTok and on Instagram, people with all kinds of outfits and hairdos and setups and things that were really wildly discouraged when I was in my training. I was told to be that blank slate, to be buttoned up, to never really hint at anything of my real and actual personality because I was told it was wildly unprofessional to do so. So I dimmed all of those things, locked those things all away, siloed them into their own little part of my life, and sat with the anxiety at work that someone would find out about that other part of myself. And now that I'm in my 50s and I'm down 2 parents and post-hysterectomy and living in a new city, and I'm just ready, willing, and able to drop any kind of falseness, any mask I've been carrying, any parts of myself I had been siloing off or rejecting or partitioning into a different non-visible part of my life, because I thought that if I was to present myself as a healer, I had to be perfect. And I'm really ready to drop that, because what I'm realizing is most women want to work with someone who is real. They don't want to work with someone who feels impossible. The women I'm working with now just want someone who gets them, gets it, who understands that sometimes we're messy, sometimes we're imperfect, sometimes we are deeply flawed, but deeply flawed also means being in flow. It means working towards becoming. My messy late bloomer life, starting my business at 53, moving in with a partner for the first time at 48, buying a home at 49. I'm still figuring out how to do relationships. I'm still figuring out how to make friends. I'm still figuring out how to run a business. And that's exactly what allows me to sit with women in their own mess without judgment. I'm not going to pretend I have it all together. And that honesty creates real trust. I've had clients tell me, I work with coaches who seem to have perfect lives, but I couldn't relate. And with you, I feel like you're a person, you can handle my mess, and you can show me how I can handle my mess too. And that's the magic. So if you've been waiting to when you're healed enough, successful enough, together enough to help others, to start your next chapter, or to step into being fully seen, this is your permission slip to stop waiting. You don't need a perfect life to be a powerful guide. You don't need to figure it all out to be of service. You just need to be real. The most powerful coaches, leaders, healers, and women I know aren't the ones who always look the most polished. They're the ones who are brave enough to show up and be real in public. And that's what I'm choosing: imperfect, becoming, and real. And if that resonates with you, I hope you'll join me in this beautiful, messy, magical journey of becoming. And I will talk to you next week. That's it for today, my love. If this episode stirred something in you, that quiet knowing that midlife isn't a crisis, but a portal, I'd love to hear from you. DM me the word portal on Instagram, and I'll send you a voice note with a simple question to help you walk through it. And if you're feeling the pull to do this work in community, the doors are open for Empress Awakened Immersion, my 4-week online program where we move through the Maiden, the Mother, the Empress, and the Crone together. Spots are limited, so if it's calling, don't wait. Follow the calendar link in my show notes to schedule your curiosity call. Thank you for walking with me today. Keep shedding what no longer fits. Keep remembering you're not too late. You're becoming. Talk to you next week.